High in the Alps, nestled amongst the towering peaks and verdant valleys, lay the provinces of Tirol, Vorarlberg and Switzerland. These lands, though breathtaking in their beauty, often struggled to provide for all their inhabitants. And so, from the 16th to the 20th century, a poignant migration unfolded each year. Children, some as young as 7, would bid farewell to their families and embark on a treacherous journey across the Alps. These were the Swabian children, so called for their destination, the wealthier region of Swabia in southern Germany. These children were not setting off on a grand adventure. Their journey was born of necessity, a stark testament to the poverty that gripped their homelands. Driven by the hope of earning a meagre living, they walked for weeks, their small frames laden with provisions and a heart heavy with longing for the families they left behind. Their destination promised work, but it was a promise fraught with uncertainty and hardship. The journey across the Alps was fraught with danger. Towering mountains, treacherous passes, and unpredictable weather stood between the children and their destination. They walked for weeks, their small legs carrying them along ancient paths, their footsteps echoing the countless others who had made this same journey before them. Along the way, they faced hunger, exhaustion, and the ever-present threat of illness. The children traveled in groups, their numbers offering a semblance of safety and companionship in the face of hardship. Older children looked after the younger ones, sharing what little food they had and offering words of encouragement when spirits flagged. They relied on the kindness of strangers along the way, finding shelter in remote farmhouses and accepting meagre offerings of food. What drove these children to embark on such a perilous journey? The answer lay in the economic realities of their homelands. Tirol, Vorarlberg and Switzerland were often subject to crop failures, leaving families struggling to put food on the table. The land, though beautiful, was unforgiving, and many families found themselves trapped in a cycle of poverty. For many families, sending their children away to work was a last resort, a heartbreaking decision made in the hope of securing their survival. The money these children earned, though paltry, could mean the difference between having food on the table and going hungry. It was a sacrifice made with heavy hearts, a testament to the desperation that poverty could bring. Section 4. War, Laws and the Shifting Sands of Time. The migration of the Swabian children continued for centuries, its ebb and flow mirroring the larger historical currents of Europe. The 30 Years' War, which ravaged Europe in the 17th century, led to a surge in demand for labour in Swabia, as farms and villages struggled to recover from the conflict. Children, seen as a source of cheap and readily available labour, were in high demand. As the centuries passed, the institution of serfdom, which had bound many peasants to the land, began to decline. This newfound freedom, however, did little to alleviate the poverty that plagued many families. Children continued to be sent away to work, their labour now governed by contracts and agreements rather than the dictates of feudal lords. Section 5. Remembering the children of the hunger weg. The story of the Swabian children is not a happy one, but it is a story that deserves to be remembered. It is a story of hardship, resilience, and the enduring bonds of family. It is a story that reminds us of the human cost of poverty and the lengths to which people will go to ensure the survival of their loved ones. The plight of these children has not been forgotten. Authors and filmmakers have explored their story, bringing it to life for new generations. Thierry's novel, Hungerweg, and its film adaptation stand as powerful reminders of the children's journey, their struggles, and their enduring spirit. It is a story that continues to resonate today, a testament to the importance of remembering even the most difficult chapters of our past.